I'm pretty bad at building, so today I thought I'd build some houses. However, there's a catch. I'll be using 5 random blocks that this website gives me to create a masterpiece, hopefully. So let's go. Alright, so let's go ahead and randomize our blocks and, oh boy, pink terracotta, sticky piston, jukebox, campfire, and strip jungle logs. Let me go ahead and get into the game and place all of our blocks down. So these are all of the blocks that I can use to make this house. This is a pretty atrocious color palette and really nothing here works. Maybe the jungle logs and the campfire, but the rest of this just really does not work. And I do have a rule. I have to use every single block, so I can't just build a house out of stripped jungle logs and then not use like the sticky piston. Now you may have just heard me talking about rules and are asking yourself, what is this guy talking about? So let's go over them. Rule 1, I must use every single block. This is the rule you just heard me talking about, but it is the truth. I have to use every single block. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I must use every single block in the build, and it has to be used equally. I can't just put like 3 of one block in. Rule number 2, I must build a house. Now you're probably saying, oh, well, no shit. Stop, okay? This is me saying I cannot just throw something together and build a simple dirt house. This has to be a fully beautiful house. Besides the first one, that's just a test house. Okay, don't worry about that. Rule number 3, I must have an interior. I can use any block I want for the interior, and it doesn't really matter. I'm not limited on this. Just the house itself must be built out of the mystery blocks. Then rule number 4, I must have fun. I'm probably going to break this rule, but that's alright because you know what? Minecraft is fun, right? Anyways, let's get back to the video. So first I think I should plan something out. I don't really know. And so I know with the campfire we can do this and make it a extinguished campfire. So this could look pretty cool maybe for something else. But right now this is what we have. So let's go ahead and start building. I think I'm going to use stripped jungle logs for the frame of the house. So I have like a little frame here, and I'm thinking the pink terracotta can be the walls of the build. And it definitely looks pretty terrible. Yeah, this looks absolutely awful. Maybe the jukeboxes will be a little bit better for... Nope. Okay, so we're just kind of making way with what we have, making do with what we got here. This is a pretty basic house shape. All right, so I think the floor, as crazy as it is, might be sticky pistons. All right. Oh god, this looks so bad. Like, these colors are awful. They give me some of the worst blocks. And now for like a roof, maybe we can build like a roof down here first. Let's make 2 separate roofs, but this first one, roofs, we're going to place all of these, and then I'm going to grab a shovel and extinguish all of these. So now we have something that still looks pretty bad. And so, oh my gosh, wait, okay, let me fix all this. Okay, so, oh boy. All right, there's our first roof, and I think our second roof, I might do the jukeboxes. So something like this. This looks like when I was like 8 years old and just spawned into a Pocket Edition world and just started placing random blocks. Oh boy, this is looking a little rough. And so there is the next roof finished. This is looking fantastic. For a ceiling, I think I might do a sort of pattern like this to try to make it look like it's cobblestone or something with I guess lights. I don't know. So there we go. That's not looking awful. I think if we got like a different type of wood for the structure or a different wall block, it may not have looked that bad. Maybe I can switch this jukebox for this. Like, I think this was just kind of cooked from the start. I might try to extend this out a little bit, make it look less blocky, and maybe we can do like a they float. If they stacked on top of each other, that would be okay. Let's also build a chimney. Let's make this harder for ourselves. Let's build like a little chimney looking thing. You know what? That's not awful, right? Please say it's not awful. And then the rules for this, like I stated earlier, I do need an interior, but I can do the interior basically however I want. So let's start placing some things. I think for the bed, I should, do pink. Keep it kind of this nice color. I realized I did not make this wall have a center. That's okay. We'll do a double bed. I'm gonna get like a little storage area right here. Oh boy. This is really ugly. Let's get a crafting table and then some furnaces. And you know what? Here we go. This is looking pretty nice, right? Now, later, I will do the interiors a bit different and actually make them have different types of rooms, like kitchens, bedroom, all of that. Right now, this is just the first house to kind of get an idea. Also, this would be a super expensive house to build in survival. Like, all of these need 1 diamond. All the pistons need some iron. Like, this would be super expensive. If you want me to build all of these houses in my survival world, if this video gets 150 likes, I will do it. I'll build every single one of these houses in my survival world. Oh boy. I think this is like it's an okay house. Doesn't really have windows. I do think if we got different support blocks and maybe a stair, this would look a bit better. But for now, this is kind of what we got. I could have maybe laid the blocks out a bit better, but I think, like I said, I mean, this looks fine. It looks okay. Kind of looks like the Simpsons house a little bit with the color. I think the Simpsons house is pink. I don't remember. Anyways, leave your ranking down in the comments what you think this house is. I'm gonna say it's like a 2 out of 10. Yeah. So let's go ahead and move on to the next house. So these are the 5 blocks we got this time. Let me hop into the world and place all of these blocks. So these are the 5 blocks that we now have to work with. I'm thinking for the foundation, maybe we skip like the wood and we just go for something like a solid color, or maybe I do go for just a black stone foundation. I want to try to build different types of houses. I don't just want to keep building the same thing over and over. So for this house, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. So here's the shape of the house I went with. It's a little bit more of a realistic house instead of a Minecraft house. And what I'm going to do is like add more stories and stuff. So this could look cool. Let me figure out the wall color, which honestly, I might just do the green. I feel like that is the most kind of most toned color that matches with this. Although, just realizing our glass is purple and we have like a pink purple-ish block right here. Maybe this should be the walls. Yeah, like that doesn't look too bad. Let me fill everything in real quick. So now let me fill all of these in with the glass. So this is kind of looking okay compared to the last house. And I do have this kind of sectioned off, but not filled in because this is going to be like an outside area with something on top of it. Speaking of something on top, let me go ahead and start working on the next layer of the house. All right, and now we can obviously fill in the walls with the color that, well, we already chose because I'm not going to use a different color. All right, and so there is the second floor walls kind of framed out, except for this one. I don't really know what I wanted to do here, but I'll just do something like this. Let me go ahead and get all of these filled in with glass. I'm just going to go ahead and tear this part of the house off. I was going to do something, but I just don't think I want to do that anymore. And so there is all of the glass filled in. Now I want to figure out this downstairs situation. So for the floor, and then obviously we need a way to get upstairs. We built a staircase up like this, and the block I'm going to use for it is going to be the polished blackstone, at least the polished blackstone slab, and just get like a super basic staircase like this. Okay, and so for the interior floor, I don't really want to do this lime diarrhea colored block because I feel like that kills it. I'm honestly just going to do the blackstone. I think I'm just going to do blackstone slabs. So yeah, I think this was more than likely our best bet for the flooring. I really don't want to use this block. This thing is pretty ugly, but obviously I need to use it. I think for now, we could start working on the roof, which we only have really these 2 blocks for the roof. I'm going to build the frame of the roof, and I'm going to start with this part, and I'm just going to do like a super basic roof design, at least for this part. Then I think, sadly, to fill in the roof, I'm going to use these gross and disgusting, because I have to use every single block in this house, and I don't really know where else this could work. I mean, you know what? It's not like the worst. It's not like the worst thing in the world, right? Now I got to figure out something with this roof, which looks pretty simple to build. I honestly have like no idea. Maybe I make this part like going all the way here, just like one big roof, and then so maybe I make like this one big roof and then have these two sides like connecting. I really don't know what else to do, to be honest. I think that's what it is gonna have to be, because that is the only way this house can look decent. I think if there's even any saving this house, to be honest, I don't really know if there is. Let me try to figure something out here. Hate working with slabs. Let me like give this a new test real quick. I mean, so this is like an interesting shape, and I've never really built anything like this, but I mean, if it works, like, it doesn't look the worst in the world. And I can obviously just kind of fill this part in. Yeah, honestly, that does not look that bad. I think this roof is like a little bit weird. Maybe this part needs to go up a bit. Okay, that's a little bit better. Then let me make some windows, or like one big window. Okay, it's not the worst thing. Let's go ahead and replicate it over on this side. However, I'm gonna do that. Jesus, this is gonna be a little bit tough. With that, we got block, two, block. All right, so I think this is correct, and now I just have to mirror what's over there, or I'm sorry, what's here, right here. All right, and let's go ahead and fill this in. All right, and now we can go ahead and actually let me make something like this, and then we're gonna use this block as the roof. It's gross and nasty as it looks. Then so for the roof, let me start planning this other roof here and what this is going to look like on both sides. I think I might just do something like this, honestly. Alright, and so there's one of the sides done, and then for this other side, I don't really want to just replicate this. I think I want to try to make a different kind of roof. Alright, and so there's the other roof. Now, it's not even, I don't believe, because this has a center, and it is a 2-block roof. So something's wrong there, but I don't really care too much. I do want to create like a bit of a roof design here, and then maybe use like panes to go here. That does not look that bad. So honestly, I think for the most part this is finished. I know up in here I do need to make a ceiling, so let's do that real fast. So now with the roof finished, we can start with the interior. I'm thinking, how am I going to separate this? Over here can be the kitchen and dining area. Let's just grab like a super basic fridge, get a blast furnace, and maybe throw a smoker in here somewhere. Get like 2 of them set up. I mean, we can put them like rails on top to kind of, I'm really bad with interiors, as I'm sure it shows. Let's get like a sink here, and then we can get like some quartz to make like a kitchen counter. Put some water in there and grab like something like that. All right, this is a great kitchen. It's looking amazing. We're gonna just place some like lanterns, get some lights in here. Maybe we can get a carpet, and then I might get maybe some of these. Okay, then for the table, I'll just use oak. I don't want to like make this, I'll use spruce. I don't want to use too many blocks that aren't in the build, but the interior of the build is fine if I kind of use blocks that aren't in the build themselves. Shelf blocks here to create something like this. Okay, doesn't look too bad. Then I'll use oak for the seats. So we got, some kitchen seats. I am so bad with interiors. We can get like a composter here with some leaves on it, and then get like a flower pot on the table or something as like a coffee mug. Maybe we'll put a flower pot here with like some bamboo or something. So something like this doesn't look too bad. Then maybe right here we can put an armor stand as like a little coat rack, put a coat on it, and then we can obviously hang a lantern up, just kind of spam lanterns. Then over here kind of looks like the area that a Looks like the area that a TV might be, a living area might be. It's a pretty big TV. If you watched my survival video, you know I absolutely love these shelf blocks. They're great. I think we should kind of maybe keep it like oak interior. Maybe just use scaffolding for the table. I don't really like scaffolding. Maybe I'll use this. Get I could put it closer to here. Didn't really leave myself much space. I think the only place that makes sense for this table is right here. Okay, get an item frame and maybe get like a black banner or a remote, and then get just a pot for like a coffee mug or something, you know. There we go. I think that's kind of, we could use something here. Maybe this is where I'll make like a little scaffolding table and just put some like chairs here, put a lantern and maybe like a notch apple. Oh, you can't put lanterns here, or you can't put item frames on top of scaffolding. Oh, but you can put it inside scaffolding. Okay, cool. We can do that. Just, you know what, we'll just fill this bad boy up with notch apples, and then we'll just put some like paintings on the wall. Have a nice beautiful couple on the wall. Maybe that's, you know, whoever lives in this house. Wow, you would think after all these years they would finally add some really cool paintings. There we go. Look at that. We're watching a beautiful creature being hunted by something in a cave while it's on fire. Put a beautiful sunset. And I'll just fill up this space with carpet. And now for up here, I think this area is going to be a bedroom. I think I want to build like a pretty big bed. All right. Now we can maybe get some like nightstands, and then I think I'm also going to put a TV up here, probably. You know, 2 TVs doesn't hurt to have. Make it a bit smaller, or I guess we'll just make it the same exact size. Something like this. I think I actually might just put slabs on top of these instead, and then, or just nothing. Yeah, they need something. Can I put pressure plates on top? Oh, I can. Sweet. Okay. And then I'm gonna grab some bookshelves and just kind of throw bookshelves wherever I can. Get a few empty ones, put a few books in there. And then over here in this area, I might do like a little reading spot or something. Put something like that. Get a nice carpet going here. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't really know what to put anywhere because I'm so bad at interiors. I usually just look through this and then see if there's anything that I could put up. We could do some coat racks or something, like a closet area. See if I can build one that looks cool. Something like that is fine, and then I can get, so change of plans. I don't actually want to put that there. I want to do like a bit of a storage system thing here, I think, even though I guess regular houses aren't having storage systems. But I think something like this could look cool. And then maybe I could put like an armor stand on this instead of down there. Then we could get like a pot and put like maybe like a tulip in there, a pink tulip. And then I think that's really it. And then maybe over here could be like a bathroom. I could make like a bathroom here. Let's see what I can do. I've never made a bathroom in Minecraft. That's probably insane, but maybe right here I'll have like a shower little area, something like this, and then we could get like some like hot and cold buttons, you know, something like that. I don't know. Let's get like a sink, which I'm just gonna do it the best way I know how, which is boom, boom, boom. And then we could do some like more like something like that, and I could do the same button thing that I did over here on here, so hot and cold, something like this maybe. And then right here we can have the pooper, the nice pooper. However I'm supposed to do this. It's a bit of a tall one, so I'll just kind of do that. I'll just do this, and then I will put a lever on the side of it. And I don't know any freaks of natures that have carpet in their bathroom, except for right here, maybe there, but we will just fill in this whole thing. And then maybe in here we can even throw a painting in the bathroom. Not that painting, maybe that. Look at this little pet rock. Okay, cool. Then we could just throw in some paintings. All right, we have a bunch of different TV shows on. Throw some other paintings here. Just put paintings all over the place. obviously. Right here, I could do something. Maybe I'll do like a railing. I'll do a bit of a railing right here, I guess. Not really. Does this stop me from going up and down? Yeah, it does. So we're not gonna, and I guess I'll just mimic it over here, take up more space. Look at that. All right. This corner feels a little bit empty. We'll make like a little corner table, and maybe this could be like a mirror that we have up or something like that, with like a nice vanity, you know. All right, I think this floor is done, and I did want to put something up here because you can see through the windows. So I think this, because anytime there's space I don't know how to fill, we spam bookshelves. This can be our enchanting setup, you know, just spam bookshelves everywhere. Boom. Look at that. Is it level 30? All right, let's put some lanterns. And then the interior is basically completely done, and I can move on to this. And you know what? Just for the sake of decorating, we're putting a door. I feel like I could do some exterior details, but I don't really have any blocks there to make a path. So you know what? I'm pretty happy with this house. I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. It looks pretty nice overall. Would I live in this house? That's a big like if I built this in my survival world. Okay, I just kind of realized something. I can't really have this here. Not very smart. Anyways, if I built this in my survival world, I mean, I might live in it, but like, I'm not gonna build this unless this video gets 150 likes. Then I'll build this house in my survival world, and I guess this poverty house as well. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I know this is a bit of a different video. I've only ever posted one other video like this, but thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to check out all my other videos. I have a survival series going on right now. It's pretty good, I would say. I just posted the episode. By the time you're seeing this, probably a week ago, but by the time I posted, like when I'm recording this, it was a few days ago. So if you want to go watch that, that is on my channel. I really like this house. I don't like this house, not a fan, but you know what, with the blocks we had, this house is okay. But anyways, so this is our final product. You know what, let's take a look at it with shaders on, because shaders makes everything better, and it honestly does wonders to this house. Let's take a look at my interior with shaders. Wow, beautiful interior. This is gorgeous. And I am so bad at building interior, but I really like this. Oh, I did add this in, like a little coffee area. Anyways, again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you want to see more build challenges, give me ideas. If you want to see me do this with maybe 2 blocks, maybe more blocks, maybe like 10. If you want to see me do this again, though, with a specific number of blocks, let me know down in the comments. And again, if this video gets 150 likes, I will build both of these in my survival world. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Peace out.